So in demo time, what I'm going to show you, so the way we do to package an application, what we do is I'm going to show you can write your software, use Docker. Docker is I mean, some of you most likely know it. It's a way to package your application and really this idea of container. So we use Docker to help our user to package the application, build the package, and after we use our IOX client command to be able to push the application to the device, and after you can run the application. So what I'm going to do as a demo is I'm going to do a simple hello world, right? Hello tech field days, just to show you how to take from the C++ code directly to running on the device, and you can get the log. But it's just a demo. The idea is you can do much more things, right? You can connect to the serial, connect to the network, and grab way more data. The other thing that we are doing is we are opening API to the hardware, so you actually leverage what is available in the hardware. For example, on the 829, we have a gyroscope, we have USB storage, we have those kind of things. So directly your application can leverage the capability of the hardware. So what I'm going to do is build a container, and this container is really going to allow me to build my application. So the idea is, because our device will have different type of CPU, right? Sometimes you will have Intel CPU, sometimes you will have ARM CPU or Freescale and so on. So if you need to compile a binary, you need to have the right toolchain to be able to compile it. So to ease the developer experience, we just package all the toolchain in a container. That's what I'm building. So you can run this container after and compile your source code. So it's running it. Give me a few seconds for that to happen. While we are waiting for that to happen, what I can do is I have a web UI directly on the device. So I should be able to connect. And what you can do is the kind of applications that are available directly on the device. So right now, I have nothing available. So it's going to build the container. Just need a few seconds. I deleted all the container before. I was like, I'm going to rebuild it. Maybe it was not a good idea. Give me a few seconds. So any question when I show that?
Can you share with us what kind of processor this device has?
Yeah, this one is an Intel CPU, 2-core, 1.2 gig.
And how do you monitor the infrastructure itself? I mean, if all the sensors are working properly, or...
Yeah, so how do you monitor the application? So we have this application called Fog Director, and Fog Director really allows you to collect all the information from the different applications, and you can see the CPU utilization, memory utilization. You can get back the log file and those kind of things directly in Fog Director. So the idea is really to be able to open new field where people can really leverage their existing connectivity equipment to run more application and extract more data, right?
Yeah, just for understanding the hardware capabilities, the CPU, what kind of RAM and storage do you have available for programs?
So the idea is, the framework I'm showing right now is just one device, but we have a whole set of devices that support this functionality. So on this one, you will have, Showcase, correct me if I'm wrong, but something like maybe close to 700 meg of memory. On storage, I think it depends because you can have a USB stick, so you can plug more, I mean, you can have more storage outside, so it really depends, right? We have also, for example, on our CGR platform, we have a full compute module that you can run. So it's really a ruggedized kind of compute blade where you can go and run it. We run the same framework on ISR4K. On ISR4K, you can also have more performance. So it really depends on the use case and performance. But once again, it's not really meant, at the edge, you're not going to run a full-blown application, right? It's more like smaller application, more lean application that you're going to be running. So what we've done is, obviously, so we have the API, we have the framework called the documentation. It's all documented on DevNet. And if you go to DevNet, you will see applications. So, for example, yesterday I was working there. There's some startups that do, for example, security. We have a startup that is doing, running on our IE4K switch, being able, it's called, the startup is called Centrio. They use the information directly on the IE4K to detect is there some malware going on on the production line in the industrial protocol.
Is there any place where people can find existing application or can contribute?
Yeah, so that's something we are working on. The question is there a way where people can see the different applications available? So I think we are building that right now. There is DevNet, but the goal is really to build this capability so people can see what's available. But what I would say is, it's usually the application is really custom for the customer itself because they have specific use case. So I mean, you have applications that can be replicated, but a lot of the time you will need maybe to adapt for your specific industrial use case, right? So now my Docker, my container is built. So what I can do is I can enter in the container. Why am I going to enter in the container? So now I'm using the toolchain that's going to be used to compile the binary that will run on the machine. So I'm entering it. Here, if I look at the source code, you will see I mounted the source file. The source file is there. I can just compile it. Now I'm compiling the source code, G++, I mean, nothing very fancy there. I can run the application. If I run the application, it does what it's supposed to do. So it's good. I've compiled the binary. Now what I'm going to do is I want to build the production image that I'm going to run on the device. So for example, if I do Docker images right now, you see I have a development container. This is 150 meg because you have all the binary, all the compiler, and so on to be able to build the image. But I don't want to run that on my device. I don't want to push the compiler on the image. So I'm going to build a much smaller one. So this is my production Docker. In the production container, if I do a Docker image, you will see that the production one is actually, what did I do? Docker, oh, I'm still the same, I'm still in dev, I should have done here. Now I'm building with just the applications that I've built. So now if I do a Docker images, you will see that the production Docker is only 23 meg, so it removes all the compiler, source code. I mean, you just keep the binary. I'm wrapping up. So now what I can do is I can just push my container directly to my machine. So the way I'm going to do that is using those different CLI. I'm installing the package directly to the container. And you will see it's going to show up here. I have 30 seconds and I'm done. Okay, so now here the container is there. I can use the CLI to activate it, or what I can just go on the web UI, so you have different ways to do it. I'm going to activate. Let me do that. That's going to be activate start. And the idea is now the application is going to run directly from the device, but I'm going to be able to get the output of the thing that is running directly on the device. Okay? I think I need to wrap up. Any question? I'm almost done. I'm running late, 6 minutes. But I did a demo. I'm done. Okay. So if I do this one, oh man, what did I do? I guess we can stop here, but I've done activated, it's activated. It's activated, I can start it. And after I can get the log, so I have a command to get the log. But I think you got the idea on how you take from the source code, you package it, you compile it, and you can go and run it on the device.